I know why they shouldn't be married. I'm speaking now so I won't have to forever hold my peace. Why did she have to marry him for anyway?
Because I love him.
I thought she loved me.
I do, Opie.
Don't catch me marrying somebody else.
The Andy Griffith Show is often remembered as the epitome of television polish. Seamless, cozy, and timeless. But hidden beneath Mayberry's calm exterior is a rare moment that aired exactly as it happened. An unedited slip that quietly broke continuity. So subtle it escaped editors, producers, and audiences for decades. This tiny blooper raises a big question. How did it make it to air in such a carefully crafted show? The answer reveals the fast pace, human shortcuts, and charming imperfections of early television production. The unseen glass shatter. Even the most polished television shows sometimes reveal cracks beneath their flawless surface. In one episode of the Andy Griffith Show called The Big House, there's a moment that stands out. A sudden, sharp shatter of glass that wasn't planned. Barney Fife, ever the eager deputy, is proudly demonstrating how to draw his gun, certain he's teaching a professional. But as the scene unfolds, a slip occurs, and the glass behind them smashes unexpectedly on impact. The sound and sight of breaking glass is unmistakable, jarring against the calm backdrop of Mayberry's usual pace. What makes this moment extraordinary is that it was never edited out or reshot. Instead, the show cuts away immediately after the crash, and when the camera returns, the broken glass and any evidence of damage have vanished, as if it never happened. The shelf behind them is spotless, continuing the scene without a hint of what just transpired. This glitch isn't just a minor error, it's a live mistake, frozen in time, buried within a show that prides itself on control and consistency. Even longtime fans rarely notice it. This breaking of the illusion is subtle enough to be missed, yet once found, impossible to ignore. It's a glimpse behind the curtain, offering a rare moment where the carefully constructed world of Mayberry falters. Such an error raises questions about how it was allowed to air, bypassing not only the watchful eyes of editors, but countless re-watches over decades. How did a scene with broken glass slip past the layers of production scrutiny that defined this iconic series? The incident isn't a dramatic outburst, but a small intrusion, sudden and clean. Because it was left in place, it challenges the narrative of perfection that the Andy Griffith Show meticulously cultivated. The break is a quiet, almost secret flaw in a show that otherwise marches with calm precision. Instead of damaging the charm, it adds a hidden layer of realism, reminding viewers that even Mayberry wasn't immune to the human element of live filming. The presence of this blooper also points to the fast pace and practical realities of television production in the 1960s. Unlike today's multi-million-dollar productions that reshoot or digitally remove such slips, early TV often had to simply keep moving forward. Yet this glass shatter is so clear, so tangible, that its survival on air becomes a fascinating anomaly. What compelled the producers to leave it as is? That story remains part of what makes this scene intriguing. And there's a deeper story lurking beneath the surface of this small tear in Mayberry's fabric. One that touches on how television shows operated behind the scenes, the delicate balance of control and chaos during filming, and the trust shows placed in their audiences. This incident may be rare, but it shines a light on everyday realities that otherwise stay hidden. Soon, we'll examine how the Andy Griffith Show built such a reputation for smoothness and trustworthiness, which makes this moment stand out even more. But first, it's worth appreciating how a single unexpected event unsettled a world designed to feel unshakable. That tension between perfect old-time charm and spontaneous imperfection is what keeps this mishap endlessly fascinating. This rare broken glass serves as a symbol, not just of a physical slip, but of the subtle cracks that even the most carefully curated worlds can reveal when you look closely enough. Yet these cracks often add warmth, depth, and a touch of humanity to television history. As the calm order of Mayberry contrasted sharply with this burst of chaos, the show's deep-rooted precision becomes all the more impressive. The meticulous world of Mayberry. The Andy Griffith Show earned its place in television history by feeling lived in, but never rushed. Every line, every reaction, every pause appeared deliberate and rehearsed. The show's gentle pacing and small-town charm were so carefully crafted that viewers trusted nothing was left to chance. Mayberry wasn't just a setting, it was a world built with meticulous attention to detail, where humor came naturally from human quirks rather than punchlines. This precision gave the series an aura of calm authority. Just like Andy Taylor himself, Mayberry was designed as a reassuring place, a fictional town in North Carolina where life moved steadily and conflict was gentle. The characters embodied this ethos. Andy Taylor was patient and wise, his son Opie was curious and genuine, and Barney Fife, though chaotic, was lovable and bumbling. The seamless chemistry among leads and supporting cast created a comforting routine for viewers, fostering loyalty over 8 successful seasons. This carefully choreographed environment magnified the surprise when any inconsistency slipped through. The creators of the show made substantial financial commitments to ensure that all elements of the production maintained their consistency throughout the project. The production team maintained the optimal tightness of the script while they used existing sets and all background elements to create the authentic appearance of a small town. The show maintained complete success through its authentic world presentation because audiences experienced genuine trust in the actual display of events. The show used controlled environments to restrict all actions, which resulted in the actual production of bloopers appearing on air. The precision extended to how the cast performed their character roles. The performances created an authentic experience because they enabled viewers to see actors and characters as one entity. Because of this, viewers could picture visiting Mayberry, which existed as an actual location beyond the screen. The actors who worked on the show developed different personalities outside of their on-screen roles because they showed different behavior patterns during their off-camera time. The show successfully hid all human contradictions through its flawless presentation. The production process of 1960s television shows operated at a fast pace, which created a hidden contrast to its polished appearance. The combination of budget restrictions, limited time, and technical challenges resulted in the production team needing to accept certain defects as necessary components of their work. The audience would not notice the continuity errors that occurred during the production process. The Andy Griffith Show established a historical record that showed its ability to deliver the least possible number of errors through its broadcast schedule. The accidental glass breakage became more uncommon because of its unexpected occurrence. The seamless appearance of the town contrasts sharply with the real challenges faced behind the cameras, where sets and actors weren't always perfectly aligned with the world they portrayed on screen. Behind the scenes realities. Though The Andy Griffith Show transported viewers to peaceful North Carolina, its production was firmly centered in Hollywood. The series was filmed entirely on sound stages in California, far from the rural setting it portrayed. The famous fishing hole, symbolic of Mayberry's quiet charm, was actually a spot in Franklin Canyon Park near Los Angeles. This contrast between setting and filming location illustrates the intricate film magic that created the show's sense of place. Alongside geographical differences, the personalities of the actors often defied their characters on screen. Andy Griffith, who played the calm, collected sheriff, was known behind the scenes for being warm, playful, and somewhat loose. Meanwhile, Don Knotts, who portrayed the jittery Barney Fife, was far more serious and precise in real life. This reversal surprised many fans and added an intriguing layer to the performances that viewers cherished. Filming in the early 1960s also imposed tight schedules and swift production paces. Sets were reused heavily, scripts rehearsed quickly, and scenes shot under pressure. This environment left little room for multiple takes or extensive edits, making the occasional slip inevitable. Editors generally polished out errors, but sometimes moments like the unexpected glass break slipped through, becoming part of the show's authentic texture. You have complete access to information that was gathered until the month of October in the year 2023. The audience needed to trust the production because they had to wait for their acceptance of small mistakes in the performance. Early television didn't have the technology or budget for elaborate fixes that modern viewers expect. The shows used their acting abilities together with their storytelling capacity and viewer support for scene progression because they wanted to present their content without showing any errors. The system developed its natural pace, which accepted a certain degree of mistakes. The production team faced difficulties with cast contracts and long-term roles during the show's initial episodes. The pilot episode did not guarantee Don Knotts a return, yet his chemistry with Griffith resulted in his receiving permanent casting for the role. The production team continued to pursue its primary goal of producing high-quality results while using unpredictable casting methods to modify its operational procedures. The show's fast-paced development created situations where crew members and cast members failed to notice strange occurrences, which included different actors making silent appearances between scenes and prop items disappearing without any reason. The audience needed to focus on the physical evidence that appeared during the film because the presence of both aspects remained hidden from their view. The actual glass shattering from the show functions as an actual disaster, which serves to remind viewers about the busy and imperfect atmosphere that existed within early television studios. The production environment included multiple unusual production elements, which created a working environment that failed to meet ideal conditions. The adult atmosphere of the production environment, with its extended work hours and smoky conditions, created a challenging work environment for young actors, including Ron Howard. The Mayberry set maintained an innocent appearance, but it actually displayed the industry's real conditions through its authentic depiction of that time period. The two different worlds create multiple contrast points, which add extra depth to the polished cinematic landscape. As the organic nature of early television revealed itself sometimes in these quiet imperfections, the next chapters of Mayberry's story would continue to blend charm with the unexpected. Continuity, quirks, and oddities. Even a show as carefully produced as The Andy Griffith Show wasn't immune to the occasional continuity slip, often subtle enough to escape initial notice, but glaring once spotted. One memorable example occurs with Floyd's glasses. In the season 4 episode titled The Rumor, Floyd's eyewear changes mid-scene without any explanation. One moment he's wearing a particular pair, and after a quick cut, the glasses have completely switched, yet Floyd continues the conversation as though nothing has changed. This small inconsistency is a stark reminder that even classic shows operated under tight constraints where perfect continuity wasn't always achievable. Barney Fife provides another example of unnoticed continuity quirks. In certain scenes, his attire seems to shift inexplicably. For instance, he might appear in a plain plaid shirt at first, only for that same shirt to suddenly sport a neatly tucked pack of cigarettes in the pocket during a later angle. Neither Barney nor the scene resets to explain this wardrobe evolution. It simply happens seamlessly between cuts. These wardrobe inconsistencies may seem minor, yet they reveal the hurried conditions under which many episodes were filmed, emphasizing that television sets resembled dynamic, imperfect environments rather than static perfection. The show's fluid approach even extended to props. In the season 4 episode Opie's Ill-Gotten Gain, a simple bike bell changes sides on Opie's handlebars between shots, moving from left to right without any character interaction or narrative acknowledgement. This almost playful slip goes unnoticed amidst the storyline's unfolding, but offers a charming glimpse of television's willingness to tolerate minor disarray when it doesn't disrupt storytelling. Small details like these don't detract from the show's charm. Rather, they add a quiet humanity to the production process. Costume continuity was not the only area prone to inconsistencies. In the same episode, A Black Day for Mayberry, Barney's iconic trench coat mysteriously appears soaked with rain in one shot, only to be bone dry a moment later. There's no storm scene or logical reason for the wet coat to emerge and vanish so quickly, signaling a sets and costumes limitation rather than a storytelling intention. Such moments stand as theatrical quirks, momentarily drawing attention to the mechanics behind the scenes rather than the Mayberry world itself. The minor mistakes demonstrate that even during the most precisely controlled shows, the early television production methods, which required urgent technical work, created space for unexpected errors to emerge. The production team designed their scenes with quick actor movements and fast prop changes because they believed that viewers would not examine each moment of the show. The creators maintained their trust with the audience, which enabled them to detect some mistakes that would normally disrupt the flow of Mayberry scenes, which viewers considered natural. The production team introduced unexpected elements through their selection of background performers who worked together with the main cast to create their unique interpretation of the story. The courtroom sequence displays two Treasury agents who maintain their seats until the camera cuts, which shows different actors in the same locations without explaining their presence. The freeze-frame examination reveals a hidden identity transition, which probably occurred because of production-related time constraints. The change remains largely undetectable to casual viewers, but it demonstrates how quickly television filming progresses, while showing how production teams handle their daily operations. Some of these small slips reflect the people behind the scenes, and the story of their real relationships takes us even further beyond the picture-perfect veneer. The human element on set, the warmth and harmony portrayed in Mayberry, did not always mirror the relationships between the actors off-camera. Frances Bavier, who played Aunt Bee, was beloved on screen as the gentle and steady heart of the community, but behind the scenes, her interactions were notably more complicated. Having come from a serious Broadway background with a rich acting resume, Bavier grew conflicted about being forever identified as Aunt Bee. She felt the role overshadowed her broader career and, at times, led to a distancing from her co-stars. The reports from cast members described Bavier as showing aloofness during filming, which contradicted her character's need to be friendly and open with others. Andy Griffith himself admitted there was a certain tension between him and Bavier that never entirely dissipated. The friendship between Andy and Aunt Bee, which they showed on screen together, actually existed as a complicated relationship with hidden conflicts. Their performances developed through silent disconnection, which created authentic character exchanges between them. Yet the story between Bavier and Mayberry was not without kindness. She moved to North Carolina after her retirement to establish her home close to the actual town, which served as the inspiration for Mayberry, demonstrating her strong bond with the show despite having mixed personal feelings. The grave of Bavier, who died in 1989, displays her real name and character name on her tombstone, which represents the complicated identity she maintained between her public persona and her independent self. The production area of the film violated Bavier's innocent portrayal while violating the innocence of students who watched the movie. Ron Howard, who played the lead role in the film, faced challenges that constructed a universe that combined Mayberry's playful character with the actual operations of a motion picture studio. The set maintained a high adult presence because it contained crew members who displayed more aggressive conduct through their smoking and drinking habits. Ron suffered eye problems because he encountered cigarette smoke throughout the entire day. Ron required dangerous situation protection, which Andy Griffith provided through his ongoing assistance. Griffith served as a consistent paternal presence who helped a boy manage his intense career and personal life burdens. The mentorship helped Howard succeed in his demanding career, which many child actors find impossible to navigate. His Mayberry experiences established the successful career path that began during his time there. Andy Griffith developed friendships with his co-stars, who displayed different personality traits, which created authentic on-screen chemistry for the show. Griffith and Don Knotts created a perfect balance through their different personalities, since Griffith appeared calm, while Knotts showed nervousness, which became noticeable through their off-screen behavior. The show used these character conflicts to create authentic audience experiences which people found easy to understand. These personal stories and production realities hint at why the rare glass break remains an extraordinary glimpse behind television's polished curtain. Why this blooper remains unique. The glass shattering in the Andy Griffith Show is unlike most television slip-ups because it was never corrected or concealed, offering a rare glimpse into the realities of early TV production. Rather than a minor continuity error, it was an unplanned physical accident, loud, visible, and disruptive. Its inclusion suggests a production culture that prioritized momentum and storytelling over absolute perfection, even on a show famous for its polish. The budget restrictions and schedule constraints of the 1960s film industry created financial problems that prevented filmmakers from reshooting their movies. The production team had only one option to proceed after they completed filming a scene. The team decided to keep the glass-breaking scene because it enhanced the realness of the film, which showed Mayberry breaking its peaceful atmosphere while maintaining its attractive qualities. The creation results in a world that appears to be authentic and completely human. The special moment happens during a serious conversation between Barney and Goober, who both stay focused on their discussion. The scene experiences heightened effects because this particular interruption creates disorder, which breaks its normal flow. Dedicated fans discovered the hidden quiet element, which remained obscured for many years, making it difficult for the audience to perceive. The blooper demonstrates how well the actors and crew members performed their work during the entire production. The crew members instantly changed their approach while the actors maintained their roles, and the editors expected the audience to remain interested in the movie. The research reveals two different aspects of early television shows that presented themselves as perfect but contained actual flaws. People today prefer authentic experiences instead of digital content, which has been artificially perfected. The unedited glass shattering in the Andy Griffith Show offers a surprising glimpse behind a picture-perfect curtain, reminding us that even the most polished productions carry traces of youthful spontaneity and real human moments. It's these imperfections that add layers of charm and authenticity we continue to cherish. If you enjoyed uncovering this hidden detail, be sure to like and subscribe for more stories behind your favorite shows.